Okay, this is an uncomfortable subject, but it has to be brought up. It has to be brought up because it's very important. And I've been talking back and forth with Veronica Adams about Robeson County. A lot of red flags there. And she's kind of looking into the years and years and years of corruption coming out of that sheriff's department. Years and years, police officers arrested and whatnot, all kinds of stuff. But it sparked me to look at the death certificate again because there's just some things that are very funny. Okay, so the first thing that I noticed was in the diagram, the body diagram, for example, it states on the death certificate there was no radiography done, no X-rays, no CAT scans. Okay, and if you look at the head, now I know it is common for fractures to happen with a gunshot wound to the head. Yes, and that's the whole point. Just listen to what I'm saying. But in this diagram, it shows that there's one fracture in the front, two in the back. How did you know there was two in the back if you didn't do an X-ray or a CAT scan? Okay. Now, on a lot of the pathological medical journals, and that's what I'm looking into right now, but what I have found so far is there's kind of a gunshot head to the wound 101. There's basics, what you will absolutely find in most, which is head fractures and whatnot. The muzzle ring and all that other stuff. These are things that you will find. You will find. So anybody, you can work at Kmart, and as long as you know that these are the things you find every time with a gunshot wound to the head, especially as it was, you could fill it out. Anybody is my point. But that's not really what I wanted to touch on. I also want to touch on, we've seen this before, has to be brought up again. Now, I'm not a ballistics expert, but do I have to be? It says casings, S at the end. Do multiple casings come from one shot? Okay. So we'll think about that. So remember, we got the two fractures in the back with no X-ray, no CAT scan. And we've got the multiple casings, one shot. And this is what this guy that's always doing the interviews, doesn't show his face, fisherman, keeps saying he had one shot. Great. Here's the part that really got me. So if you look at the description, where they're describing Micah, they're describing, her hair color, eye color, height, weight. It's where they're actually writing out the description. And in the beginning, this is where they're doing it. And then if you look at the second half of that description, it is literally verbatim, word for word, what the narrative that JP has been pushing about Micah's mental health. Word for word. As if he wrote it. And he's been saying it in every interview since, and even beforehand. Now, I find it funny how they were so detailed in that description. They took at the time, or they got it from JP, to put this down and not, you didn't take out the time to look into the history that maybe, they're in the midst of a divorce. You didn't look at maybe, how long has she been on this medication? What doctor prescribed it? Did you even look into that? Did you look into the fact of how many times she's called the police? Did you look at the fact that they lived at two different addresses? You didn't question that? So again, go look at that description and read it for yourself, and you're going to look, that second half of that description is basically his whole entire narrative. Who does that? So this is bothering me. I'm still looking into it, but I wanted to share this with you because it's just eating away at me. And it's driving me nuts. And then when you mix that with the two fractures in the back of the head without any radiography, and then you mix that up with the multiple casings, but there's only one gunshot. When you mix that with her walking down a path when she wants to be found by her family, now all of a sudden there's this, I saw this video the other day where there's like 4 bags of cement nearby. Why in the middle of the woods? The phone call, is it AI? The family says, does it sound like her? It sounds like maybe she's under pressure. Whatever, it's not a normal phone call. Even the vocal tone doesn't sound the same. I mean, we could just go down the list all day long. We've been looking at this for 2 months. But there's something about that death certificate that really is just way off. So I'm sharing this with you. I'll get back to you soon with what I find and the articles that I've cited, the journals that I've cited to back this up. But you tell me what you think. Robbie Harvey has copies on his Facebook page of, if you want to find it, if you don't have it, of the actual full death certificate, and you look it over and you read it and you tell me what you think. So I look forward to hearing from you. See you soon, and God bless.